I, so are you seeing my screen?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
So last class we had done something like transformation query. Okay. Like some of the transformation step, like on the budget file. Okay. And some of the modeling relationship with this. See, this kind of relationship we built yesterday, and we are going to this step like page one, like sales budget, and the comparing with the sales and budget for 2016 only, and done something like the calendar basis like Jan to December. Okay. And it's a month hierarchy order. Okay. So these kind of criteria we have done yesterday. So now we are going to plan for in measure creation, how to creating a measure. Like yesterday I created two measure, like in this file I have sent you the total measure. Like in when we select this file, see in this measure on the total sale, there is a option, there is a many option, and it's implicit. And here in the second file, see here there is a no option, means it's an explicit measure. So can anyone tell me what is implicit and what is explicit measure in Power BI? Why we use implicit and why we use explicit, or what is the important?
Is it? Mm,
Tell me, implicit is important or explicit is important?
I think Harsh, explicit is very important as compared to that is implicit.
Okay, why? But
Uh,
why? Reason?
because I think um,
See,
not really.
just simple thing. Don't be confused. When I click one
Yes, yes.
table here, okay, I click one table here and put some like yeah, from calendar table. I put here, okay, and year is 2016 directly because there is some formatting also. And from this not budget, right now we are putting some sales one. This one under the sales file, there is a this one is a implicit one. And when we go to here, see when we put some implicit measure, see it's automatically doing a sum. Okay. That's why we
Mhm.
don't put, because here on the basis of we need for explicit measure. That's why we don't need about that. And we put, suppose here is a month in the basis of here is a month. See, when we put the month here, it's Jan to December, and click the size to it. Text size. You have to increase the text size as per your table. Okay. Now it's okay. Now see, the sales is already given in our data, like in Excel sheet, like where we put this kind of data, like this one. I opened this file. Power BI is doing some of the sales file, some of the sales column in implicit measure. But we have to calculate the explicit measure because implicit is not a purpose of reuse. Like when you put the same in the Power BI, suppose when you put the this sales value under the any other diagram, it will not the purpose of reuse. You need to rearrange again and again. But explicit measure is when you create the explicit measure, it is automatically connected with the column and the column name, table and column both, because measure is connected with both table name and column name. What are the table name and the only the sum value? Because under the measure you have to create this kind of, suppose here is sum. When you put it the average, suppose I put the average, see there is a result changes. Okay. But when we create the measure, it one measure for one sum, one measure for average, one measure for standard deviation, one for minimum, one for maximum. When you put the sum here, see now it's doing a sum. Okay, but the result is same. As well as implicit measure is not important for our Power BI step, because implicit measure is not a controllable, not a reuse purpose, or not for good for our project on the long term. Because when you make some short term project, it will be good, because you need some smaller step. But suppose when you make the 1000 or 100,000 of million data working on Power BI, and when you don't create the explicit measure, then your file data is very high. Okay, that's why we use the explicit measure to purpose of reuse. Because when you're making the 1000 of file in the Power BI, making the report on the basis of 1000 data, or 1000 million data, and suppose when you make the selection of explicit measure. Okay, but as compared to implicit, explicit is more important, because you have created once in the file and use for the another file as well, as like another sheet, another column, or another chart. The formula is the same. Okay, so that's why it will save our time, our controllable report. That's why we use the uh, explicit measure. Up then how we can create, suppose the sales here is, when we show in the value, there is a multiple sum, average, minimum, maximum, count, this one. But when we create the explicit measure, it's only for one use, like sum for some use. Like I will create this one. From where there's a two step, go to modeling, create a new measure. There's a one step here, and second step is, suppose under the sales table, here you want to create a measure, you can click and create a new measure. There's just two steps, you can do whatever you want. Suppose I will click here and click on the new measure, and see the result of this, how it's going on. Change the name of total sales measure. And how total sales measure is what, like you need to make the sum of total sales in the Excel file. Okay, so sum out of which Excel file, sum of sales amount. Okay, in the sales table, see, sum of sales table for the sales amount. So you need to click and close and enter. It's an explicit measure just for sum. Okay, see here, total sales. When you drag this one into some higher, see, total sales measure is done. When you drag and drop for this formula into this, see, when I drag this one, see the result. The amount is same. How 0.5 is why? You need to just click, go to dollar, because the currency is same, English, and remove the decimal point here, 0. See, the result is same. Okay, that is the need of explicit measure. See the result here. Here is a implicit, there is a many steps, but here when you choose, see, there is a only just one, and it's for total sales measure. And what is the impact for this, I will show you later. Because when we create the variance, you need to just put A minus B is equal to C, just formula. But when you don't create this kind of this kind of explicit measure, you don't able to create a variance or variance percentage. Okay, because it will help you to create the reconnected the your file to the another data as well. As like this, it's a sale measure. So same as we doing the budget, you need to just click this table, copy, and go to third sheet. Here you need to just paste. We are doing same thing with the budget. Just click over there. See, here is also total sales is for total month. So what we do, last class, the put the sales value in this field, like on the basis of page, put the year. Where is the year? Year one here, and go to this. Let me just do something. Year is back on the page. Go to advanced to basic, and select 2016 only. See, all is completed now. Now we are done with same with the budget. So you need to remove the sales amount, remove the sales measure, and go to the budget file and put the value to the budget amount. See, here budget amount is an implicit measure. Sum, average, minimum, maximum, it is an implicit value. Right now we have created the same formula for a budget file. You need to just create a new measure, and it's calling the DAX measure, and DAX is what? Data analytic expression. Okay, you need to just put here total budget measure is equal to what is the total budget of measure? The sum of the budget amount. Means sum, put the amount here directly, and sum to the value of budget table under the budget amount. Okay, so connected with, see, when you understand the proper table,
Yes.
you have to connect all your formula directly. You don't need to remember the formula of sum, average, this kind of. You just need to connect it to the table directly. Sum on the
Okay.
basis of budget table and connected with the budget amount. Suppose you need to do a two sum of budget table with the budget amount plus the sum of sales plus sales table. So you need to just plus and enter the table, and simply just click on the budget and put the bracket close. Suppose here in the same file, when you click the sum and put it the sales amount. Okay, so it's a measure of sales plus budget.
Yes.
Total amount is here. So this is a simple formula. I am not remembering or not uh, learn any formula, just doing some purpose step. Okay, see, remove this one, and because we need only just budget, so we need enter, and here is showing that measure, and its name is total budget measure. See, and when you pull the report, click on the same visualization, pull the total budget value under this. See, the amount is same. When you put this one, do the same formatting under the amount, English, remove the two decimal point here. Okay, see, the amount is equal to the as per implicit or as plus explicit. So why we create this explicit? Because it will save your data for the longer time. Okay, because sometimes suppose some person editing your file with this, like click and doing the minimum, so your budget amount is not a good or not showing a good, but here is a not a option to this. Here not an option of sum, average, or anything. You need to just rename or don't, or doing some conditional formatting also for this. I will show you how to do, but later. Okay, so now we are doing a two measure clear. One is sales and one is budget. Now we have to complete this save as and see the file size now. See, the earlier file size is 1957. When we save this one, see, when we create the two file size,
Harsh,
see, yes,
I do have one query. Okay.
yeah,
Uh, as you mentioned that because in Power BI we are using the formula, we are using DEX formulas, right?
okay,
So can't we use the Excel formulas in the Power BI? I mean,
no,
is there restriction using Power
no,
BI?
no,
I mean,
no,
Excel formulas in Power
no,
BI?
no, no, no. Excel formula is not used here, but why I will explain in the next step. How? Okay.
Okay,
So
okay,
see
okay,
how. See,
okay.
put the this table copy. See the file size now. When we create the two measure, just 1 KB is increases. But when you enter
Yes.
the implicit formula with the table name or add some table, your file size is increasing more. Okay. So please try to make your file size is smaller, because there's a large number of data using Power BI. Okay. The 1 MB file in the Power BI, it loaded maybe 10 million of data. 10 to 100 million of data in 1 MB of Power File. But in the Excel of 1 MB of 1 MB of Excel file is just 10 lakh to 12 20 lakh only. Okay, so I will put this one. Suppose move, copy, and paste. What is the use of Excel formula and don't use? See, You need to just remember, click and remove. Now we have entered. No, right now we are doing some calculation. What is the calculation? See, under the sales table, when we click on the sales table, see, at the end we have sales amount and tax amount. Okay, first I will remove this one. Remove. Because yesterday I created with you directly. So when I delete this one, click save. Now I deleted this file, this one, and go to home tab, click another save. I will tell you directly what is the issue of Excel formula and DAX formula. See, when we remove just one column, it will decrease your size to 1943 to 1958 to 1943, means 15 kb. Okay, so note down just for 15 kb for one column, and we are creating the same measure directly, like in this Power BI file. When we add one column here, I will tell you how to add column directly. New column, name the column as total sales. Under the sales there is a no total sales, no? No total sales. Okay, so total sales. How to create a total sales under this column? You need to just enter the sales table and connect it the sales amount. Under the sales table, sales amount, and plus under the sales table, tax amount. Just enter this two and enter. See the impact of this. See, the total sales is entered. Just click over total sales here and put the here from like English, and go to this one, remove the two decimal. See, the total sales value is done, and it's the sales via adding a new column. Total sales via adding a new column. Now we creating a total sales by adding a measure. Save as, transform, save. Why I again save and save? I will show you the file size now. See, 1958. Okay, it means the same step we are done with the adding a column, it will increase your file size with 15 kb. And the same step we are done with the measure, it will just increase your 1 kb. How? Tell me. See, under the this, go to the sales table directly, click, go to new measure, total sales, यहाँ पे आगे लिख दो bracket में measure, because you don't use the duplicate name as already there. Okay, so total sales measure is already there, so you don't use the total sales measure, put some bracket. Okay, so now under the column, when we create the column, we just put the column table name, but here we put the table name as the under the sum, means sum of sales amount plus the sum of sales table under the tax amount, under the sales table and the tax amount. This one, put the bracket and enter. Okay, enter. Okay, let me check. Under the sales table, sales amount. Okay, Sum. Let's see. This one. The sum function only accept a column. Plus sum tag sum. See, the measure is created, total measure. Okay, because here is the bracket is missing. That's why it's showing some error. So it's showing total sales. Now we're done with this, and we put the in this area total sales and put the total sales measure. See, the amount is same when you put here. Make some changes in the currency English and remove the decimal point to 0. See, the amount is same. Now we can save the file. See, the file size does not impact on the KB because you have just entered just one measure. Okay, see, no impact on the measure because measure increase your file size just as less than 1 KB. That's why we're using the explicit measure instead of adding a column or adding a increasing a file size to using the implicit formula. Like here, total sales is just a increasing. When you put the any formula with the increasing a column, it will under the implicit, and when you create the DAX measure, it will showing the explicit. Now it's okay. Tell me any doubt, if any. Kumar, Vinay, any doubt? Because see,
No, no, sir. Just no.
it is a main step to use the implicit or explicit measure because it is an interview question. Yeah, on the interview
Okay.
level, when you prepare for the interview in the company, the interviewer asks you why we use the explicit measure or why we use the implicit. So you need to just put the one answer. When we use the implicit measure by adding a column, it will increase our file size to the 15 times as compared to the measure. Okay,
Okay.
because in my example it's 15 times, because when your data is more than suppose 100 of million, it will increase your suppose 20 kb or 100 kb also. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah,
Yes, yes.
there is a just simple answer doing with the for the interview level, like implicit measure is increase your file size higher than the measure. So we use the measure and it's for three purpose. Which one is three? Reuse, resize and connected report with another table as well as. Okay, so these are the issues, these are the impact of using the implicit as the explicit. So any doubt, any other doubt related to this?
No, no. So far, good. Sure.
Okay, so let me enter this one, put the copy under the page 3, because doing the formatting is a very good task, because when you're doing the formatting, it will increase your
Mm-hmm.
value to judgment. Okay,
Yes.
that's why I put the formatting on the every table or every sheet, because it, because when you open the file, if it is not formatting clearly, you are not able to doing the task with the formatting. Okay,
Yeah, yes.
so that's why the impact of the presentation is very important, whether it's a first or whether it's a last. Okay, so now I move
Mm-hmm.
to the next one. Now what we create? Now we create just simple, we have to create a two more measure, to just simple complete measure. uh, Click, copy, page forward, paste and put it here. Same thing we do. From calendar table we put the, sorry, we put the year on this page. Go to advanced basic, select 2016. Okay, now we remove the all the field like total sales or total measure. Now we put only measure, like we have create a total budget or total budget measure here, and creating a sales measure like this one, total sales, no, this one. Okay, so this one we have to put, see, make the changes to up and down, see sales and budget. Now we creating a best measure is variance. And how to create a variance measure? Simple. Go to budget, click here, new measure. Just a simple formula. What is simple? Let me tell you. Sales minus direct.
अच्छा अच्छा
When you put the variance, you put it here as sales minus budget. You have to remember how to create a measure, sales minus budget, and put the value here is directly total sales measure. See, total sales measure, which one? This one, minus total budget measure, total budget measure, this one, enter. And how it's help to creating a sales and budget measure. Okay, see, there is a variance is created. See, the variance is created. Now put the same thing with the currency. English, 0, and now you need to just drag and drop to the variance under the, see, variance sales minus budget. Okay, now we create one more variance percentage. So tell me, what is the formula of variance percentage? Think and let me, because it's very simple. How to create a variance percentage? Because business Power BI is a business intelligence tool. So you need to just think and think directly. Variance percentage, how to create a percentage directly. This one is based of which? Sales or budget? Tell me. This percentage, sales minus budget, on the basis of which? Budget or measure? Budget or sales? Tell me. The first thing.
I think base will be the sales, sir. Base will be the sales.
This will be based on budget because we have a sales value less budget. Then it will be based on budget because we have created
Okay.
on the basis of budget, because we have created a forecast and budget. If our sales is higher than budget, then it will impact our, see here, the total budget is
Mhm.
871 and our sales is 861, means it is positive budget. Okay, when our
Mhm.
budget is 858 and our sale is 847, means it's a negative budget, negative variance.
Negative.
Okay, so variance amount is only on the basis of budget. So divide directly, variance divide by budget, simple. It's a percentage. How to calculate the percentage in just normal Excel? Numerator divide by denominator, simple.
Denominator. Yes,
Simple.
yes.
So you need to just divide and see the formula, numerator and denominator. You need not divide, just divide numerator, denote, and numerator is what? Variance. This one. And divide, not divide. Put the comma. Okay, because here we need to put the comma and denominator
Denominator.
is
Budget.
total budget. Measure. Total budget measure and put the enter. See, variance percentage. See, variance percentage is finding. Just simple, just think and do simply. Variance on the basis of currency, put the decimal here, like we need just one decimal, okay, in the variance percent. Go to here and drag under the same table. Variance, see the variance percentage is over. Why is over? Because it's 0.0, it will not showing, so you doing something 2. The total amount is 0. Variance amount. Variance percentage is over. Clear now?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So on the basis of this, we have to making our visualization now, because is our project is clear. Okay. So now we can do the just simple thing, doing same thing with the copy, because in the Power BI you need to just copy and paste your entire and creating a formula with the next table. Simply just put it here and it's over. Just drag the middle. See, sales and budget dashboard, sales, budget, variance, and variance percentage. These all are the measure. Okay. See, all are the measure. When you click on the table, these all are the explicit measure. See, explicit, explicit. Here is also explicit, and this one is also explicit. So on the basis of this table, we are putting some visualization now. Actually, the meeting is over in just 3 minutes. So we are done after 3 minutes. Okay. So you have any
Yes,
questions
yes.
or anything? Any?
Harsh, I have just
Yeah,
one question, sir.
yeah, tell me.
Uh, if we want to define in a short way, what exactly the meaning of measure? I mean, does it mean that whenever we are performing any kind of new task on the
Uh-huh.
Power BI, so it is called
Uh-huh.
measure? I mean,
Yeah,
so
right.
what exactly the
Yeah,
meaning of measure?
yeah, right, right. Measure is what, that when you make any calculation or any torture your data. Suppose when you torture your data, it will get more result. Okay. And when you
Yes, yes, yes.
make the step of your data, like torture your data, how to torture? To creating a measure. Because without creating a measure,
Hmm.
you cannot torture your data simply. It's just a
Yes, yes, right, right.
one liner. When you torture your data, it will give you the many steps. Like how we are
Hmm.
measuring these 4 steps. There's a many steps. When you think and think and think, you have done the torture your data more and more. You are creating a more measure. Here is also you can create a average also, percentage also, standard deviation
Yes,
also,
yes.
this kind of formula. Okay. So we are creating this
Okay.
kind of DAX formula for the next week. Okay, because I am planning
Yes,
to
sir.
do complete like on this side, like when you check
Hmm.
on
Hmm.
the store, you have already my app download. Okay,
Yes, yes, yes.
it is a complete structure for this, that what are the measure we use in our next two training, next two class. See, our this part is over, this part is over. See, appending, merging, combine column already done, adding column already done. Okay, this one formatting
Hmm.
data already done, this kind of done. Okay, now we are moved to this like modeling. Modeling is also done according to me. Summarize, relationship model, one to many, one to one, how to create a double type calculation. So now we move to the DAX. Okay, so DAX, under the DAX we are creating this kind of like if and or some average count, some X. This one I already
Excel formulas.
done. This one already done. Yes, this one, this all the Excel formula. Okay, but
Yes, yes.
use in
Hmm.
the DAX for some other ways. And this one is most important, because every file when you do some sum, average, variance, because something formula is done on the only on the basis of file. When we have data, then
Hmm.
only we can do variance. Okay. See, there's a
Okay.
logical, mathematical, text, filter, date and time. There's a many more. Other function is
Hmm.
like the use of parameter, measure table, creating a measure table like this. This one
Yes.
is a measure table. This one is a
Okay.
measure table. Okay. Calendar table with the Power Query. Calendar table we have done, because calendar table is a very most important. It is a very most important step in Power Query. Calendar table,
Okay.
concatenate, yes, up. Okay. And then after that, visualization we
Hmm.
already